After finishing off Red Eye, our MC looked up at the broken moon. He hadn't expected that Red Eye would be defeated with just a single punch. And when he realized Red Eye had actually died from just that one strike, our MC stared at the body and said with disbelief and boredom in his voice, "Wasn't he supposed to be a level 10 expert, 20 times stronger than Ejai? Just a light touch and he's dead. How boring." Thinking back, he said to himself, "Before I received any inheritance, even when I was just at level 8, I could fight evenly with Lan Chen, who was at level 10. As these thoughts ran through his mind, he looked at his hands. Seeing a stream of purple energy emerge from within, a satisfied smile spread across his face as he said, "These days, I can casually kill a level 10 with one punch. It's clear now it's not that he was too weak, it's that I've become too strong." However, right in front of our MC was the broken moon, and just looking at it disturbed him slightly. Wanting to fix it quickly, he began using his psychic energy to gather the scattered fragments of the moon from all around. With his psychic power, he started piecing them back together, as if sealing the moon once again. But just as he was doing this, a powerful, purple-colored laser beam suddenly came speeding toward him. It was an attack from Scorpion fired from the spaceship she was sitting in. As the laser beam shot forward at full speed, it struck our MC head-on. The moment it made contact, the beam exploded in a massive blast. Watching from the ship, Scorpion's face lit up with excitement, a triumphant smile spreading across her lips, though a hint of tension still lingered in her expression. With that mix of emotions, she shouted confidently, "Maximum output level 11 annihilation beam cannon. I don't believe you can survive this. This is said to instantly obliterate anything below level 11. Even true level 11 beings don't dare take it head-on." As the blinding light of the blast began to fade, the thick smoke slowly cleared, and through it, our MC came into view. His body had taken damage, his clothes were completely torn from the laser's impact. Scorpion's eyes sparkled with joy. Seeing this, she was certain he was finished. She thought to herself that he must have been seriously wounded. Meanwhile, out in space, the aftermath of the laser strike had indeed left our MC injured. The flesh covering his entire right arm had been completely incinerated, exposing nothing but bare bone. Watching this from the ship, Scorpion was thrilled. Her excitement bubbled over as she grinned wickedly and muttered under her breath, "This is exactly what you deserve. Now go die alongside the boss." But her joy was short-lived. Because, at that very moment, out in space, our MC had already begun to heal himself. His body started releasing a golden-colored liquid, which began to flow and rapidly regenerate the muscle tissue around his exposed bone. Seeing this through the ship's monitor, Scorpion's expression changed completely. Her eyes widened in shock. She couldn't believe what she was witnessing. "How is this even possible?" she whispered to herself, stunned. In just a few moments, our MC's injuries were fully healed. Every wound that had marred his body moments ago was now completely gone. Staring at this unbelievable recovery, Scorpion could barely process what she was seeing. Her mind struggled to accept that it was real. Now, our MC had completely healed. As his body fully regenerated, he let out a light chuckle and said, "A level 11 attack. It actually contained a small trace of law-based power. Even my current stellar supreme body couldn't fully withstand it. Interesting." Inside the spaceship, Scorpion was in utter disbelief as she watched his incredible healing ability. The joy that had earlier brightened her face had now completely vanished. Doubt began to creep in. Was he really just level 9? Or was he something far beyond that? In the moment before the spaceship launched its attack, Lu Sheng had already sensed it, the narration echoed. But since the threat didn't seem too overwhelming, he deliberately let it hit him at full force to test the strength of his stellar supreme body. The result, however, was disappointing. Scorpion couldn't accept it. Still in disbelief, she decided to fire the laser beam again, this time with maximum power. Without hesitation, she slammed her hand down on the launch button. In an instant, another full-powered laser beam blasted out from the spaceship, racing toward our MC once more. Seeing the incoming attack, our MC dropped into a fighting stance. His expression hardened. He clenched his fist, fury building in his voice as he growled, "Forgive me, but I don't want to take this hit a second time." With those words, he launched his fist forward, aiming straight at the massive beam. The moment his punch connected with the incoming energy, it disrupted the entire beam mid-flight. A violent shockwave rippled through space as the powerful attack shattered, completely neutralized by his single strike. Inside the spaceship, Scorpion fell to her knees. She felt defeated, utterly crushed. Her body trembled as her mind struggled to comprehend what she had just witnessed. How could this be possible? How could brute strength overpower a standard military-grade space weapon? Was this person even still human? Scorpion stood back up and locked her gaze onto our MC. But as she watched him from within the spaceship, a strange sensation washed over her. She felt as if he was staring straight back at her, piercing through her from the outside. And in that exact moment, as their eyes seemingly met, a jolt hit her mind like a bolt of lightning. Her body stiffened, and she collapsed to the ground. Blood began to trickle from her mouth. Moments later, our MC calmly entered the spaceship. Standing before Scorpion's lifeless body, he reached out with his psychic energy and took the ring from her hand. With a light smile, he said, "Since it's spoils of war, I'll be taking it. The energy crystals are over twice the amount of those last two." This woman really knew how to save and manage her resources. He then turned his attention to the spaceship around him, inspecting it with a pleased expression. "So this is a high-grade ship?" he smirked. "Not bad at all. This haul alone gave me 11,800 tons of energy crystals, and a third of that is black crystal. Beautiful." Then, a new thought crossed his mind. It's time I contact Lan Chen. This group was clearly a bunch of star pirates. As the guide who comes to collect protection fees every 10 years, shouldn't Lan Chen also bear the responsibility of protecting the lower-tier planets from harm? And here I am, working so hard to clean up his mess. The least he can do is reward me for it. But just as he was thinking this, an alarm blared inside the ship. "Warning! Spaceship has been locked onto by an unknown energy source." Our MC's eyes narrowed in confusion. What's going on now? Suddenly, a massive blast of energy slammed into the spaceship. The force of the attack was overwhelming, so powerful that it obliterated the entire vessel in an instant. As the debris scattered into space, something floated among the wreckage. A skeleton. It was none other than our MC. The devastating attack had completely vaporized every bit of flesh from his body, only bone remained. But he wasn't dead. He hovered there in space, looking down at his skeletal form, seething in rage. "I just recovered, and now this again?" Suddenly, he felt a strange presence approaching. Turning his gaze forward, he saw them several unfamiliar figures appearing near the ruins of the ship. These newcomers had a distinct aura, clearly not ordinary beings. The one in the lead gave a firm command to the ones standing behind him. "Seal off this entire starfield. Eliminate all members of the red-eyed star pirate crew. Leave no one alive." Hearing this, the soldiers behind him responded in unison. "Yes, respected Executor Farr, sir." During this time, amidst the wreckage of the spaceship, our MC's skeleton was floating here and there in space. After some time like this, his body slowly began to recover on its own. And as he was regenerating, he said angrily, "I worked so hard, struggled to get rich. Finally got my hands on a complete high-grade spaceship as a war trophy. Do these people not realize that this spaceship belongs to me now?" And after fully recovering, he shouted at those people, "Do you not understand how much hard work and sweat I put into getting that spaceship? Do you not know I was saving up to buy a life planet? You will have to pay for this." Suddenly seeing our MC, the leader of that group began checking our MC's power level. Starfield combat value, 153 fixed. Still level 9? Since when does the red-eyed star pirate crew have a level 9 member? Did he just join recently? Meanwhile, RMC was extremely furious, and in that anger, he kept staring straight at that person. So friends, this chapter comes to an end. What will happen next? We'll uncover it in the next chapter. Don't forget to rate this chapter out of 5 in the comments. We'll see you in the next video. Until then, take care and goodbye. What are your predictions for the next chapter? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And most importantly, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to the channel.